what will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered? Look at the opportunities before us.
This election really isn't about the left versus the right. It's about we the people choosing our government and the choice between freedom versus tyranny.
Nobody has a chronic disease burden like we have. Why are we allowing this to happen to our children? Ultimately, the only thing that will save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other.
What is going on here is deeper than politics. It is deeply spiritual. We are being called to rise above the hatred and the fear and the evil.
We need to remember above and beyond that we must love our neighbors, that we must treat other people as we hope to be treated.
You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
You want healthy children. Don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again?
Come to you today as a former Democrat. I will be a first-time Trump voter tonight.
The people dreamed this country, and it's the people who are making America great again. Making that move.
This is Fanfare with Barry Cunningham.
Is this thing on? Oh, I guess it is. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a long time. People thought I went to the moon or that I got booted by YouTube. But no, I just went away. I visited Ashley and the grandkids and the son-in-law, and we had a fantastic time up in North Carolina, which I shall now deem the frozen tundra. Somehow going from 80 degrees in South Florida and all of a sudden being in North Carolina where it's 25 degrees didn't really work out for us. Robin got sick. I got sick. I'm still sick, getting over it. Now Ashley's sick. Everybody got sick during Christmas. And you know what? I wouldn't have traded it for anything. It was fantastic. It was awesome. We all got sick together, hung out, watched television, played games, exchanged presents. It was awesome. I hope your Christmas holiday and New Year's holiday was just as much fun as mine was. When I say we were homebound, Robin didn't leave the Verbo. She never even left. That's how sick she was. So we're back here in South Florida, and of course, you come all the way back to South Florida, and what is it? It's 70-something degrees again. So I've gone from 50-degree temperature change to 50-degree temperature change. Enough about me. It's supposed to get cold again, but I'm going to fight through it, so bear with me here. I feel fine. It's just in my throat. So I wanted to get on today for two reasons. One, to let YouTube know I didn't abandon the channel. I was on vacation. Sometimes you just have to step away. I didn't want to make a whole lot of videos. I really wanted to spend some time with the family. So I'm telling YouTube tonight, hey, we're coming back. And we're coming back this week in a really, really big way. I want you all to know, from here until January 20th, it's going to be, how can I say, balls to the wall? That's how it's going to be. And I want all of you to tell all your friends and all your friends who subscribe, and even the ones who don't like me, come on back, because we got a lot of stuff to cover. Starting tomorrow. Oh, it's starting tomorrow. So let me just let you know what tomorrow is what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow is the certification of Trump's vote, the official certification. And as you saw on the thumbnail, guess who has to certify Trump's election? Yeah, none other than Cackles. Cackles will probably be drunk, and she'll have to certify Trump being elected. Oh, the irony. You can't make this up. So let me run down with you guys what's going to be happening over the next couple days. Tomorrow at, 12 o'clock, I am going live at 12 o'clock. So I want you guys all to come back here tomorrow. We're going to do a full show just on the certification. We are going to cover the entire certification from gavel to gavel until President Trump's vote count has been certified. It's not the inauguration, it's the vote certification. And I'm sure there'll be some, fireworks. I'm sure the Democrats have something planned. If you remember, a couple weeks ago, Jamie Raskin, idiot that he is, he thought there was going to be some way he was going to stop Trump.
On the side of the freedoms and equality of the American people, but the court is not going to save us. And so that means the only thing that really works is people in motion amending the Constitution. But again, it's necessary, but it's not sufficient, because what can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so, they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6th, 2025, to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for
Good luck with that.
Everybody in Civil War conditions, all because...
So they were planning in their own little insurrection-y type thing. He hasn't said much about this lately since the election was a landslide, but this is what they were planning prior to the election.
The 9 justices, not all of them, but these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, great protection, simply do not want to do their job and interpret what the great 14th Amendment means. And I'm glad that Sherilyn's creating her new center so we can bring that back to life, even as we're continuing to amend the Constitution, as Professor Hassan has invited us to do.
So tomorrow, not sure if he has shelved that, if he's put it in the back burner, but at one point, Jamie Raskin and the nuts on the left, they had planned to do something, crazy, that they were going to find some way to disrupt the certification. Now remember, this is just the certification of the election. It's not the inauguration. That's on January 20th. Tomorrow, what has to happen, it's January 6th. Imagine that. It's January 6th. And they're all going to have to come in after spending the last 4 years calling Trump and all the MAGA people insurrectionists. And it'll be very interesting to see what they end up doing tomorrow. What kind of insanity are they going to stir up to try and interfere with Trump's certification, especially with Kamala Harris having to be the one to, basically gavel it in? The irony of what is about to happen tomorrow cannot be lost. You have to understand, this woman got her butt kicked. The Democrats were rebuked, and the person who had to be rebuked has to gavel in Donald Trump. It's going to be amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, I had some comments earlier today on Twitter, and people were worried that these people wouldn't show up. So, just want to let you know, this was posted on Reuters. Want to get everybody to be okay with this. The winter storm will not delay Trump election certification. This is from Mike Johnson, and he said this 2 hours ago. Mike Johnson says the Electoral Count Act requires this to happen on January 6th at 1 p.m., so whether we're in a blizzard or not, we're going to be in that chamber making sure that this is done. So, if you were concerned that, it's going to be a snowstorm, they're not going to show up, camp your asses out, be there as soon as 1 o'clock comes in, and make sure you certify this vote. what's her name? Marjorie Taylor Greene. She spoke about it as well and said that, you got to be there. So that's tomorrow. That is on Monday, and I'll be covering it live starting at noon. And I'll cover some other news that's been, out there over the last week or so, putting my own little spin on it, which I know you like. But we're going to talk about that news, and we're also going to cover the certification and watch Kamala Harris go ahead completely embarrass herself. Then from there, tomorrow is the 6th, then on the 10th, Judge Merchan with his little soiree that he's planning on sentencing Donald Trump. We're going to cover that live as well. So it's going to be a huge, huge week. let me just show you what Trump said about this. This is pretty good. In addition to everything else, because Jimmy Carter passed, they've lowered the flags to half staff. And they refuse to raise them because, it's Donald Trump. And Trump wasn't too happy about it. The Democrats are giddy about our magnificent American flag potentially being at half-mast during my inauguration. Why? Because it lasts 30 days. Not just till tomorrow. They're going to leave it up at half-mast for 30 full days. Just in case you guys are challenged by looking at a calendar, January 20th is within that 30-day period. In actuality, they don't love our country. They only think about themselves. Look at what they've done to our once great America over the past 4 years. It's a total mess. In any event, because of the death of President Jimmy Carter, the flag may, for the first time ever during the inauguration of a future president, be at half-mast. Nobody wants to see this, and no American can be happy about it. Let's see how it plays out. So every single way that the Biden administration can find to stick it to Trump, they're going to stick it to Trump. Another story that I'm going to cover tomorrow at 3 o'clock is all this drilling stuff that they're trying to put a moratorium on. In giving, not Trump, but giving the country the middle finger and saying, double-barreled middle finger, as Dan Bongino likes to say, you can't have any oil. Nah, 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 nah. They're not going to allow Trump to drill offshore of the United States. I don't know how it stands. He's putting out one thing after the other and trying to hamstring Trump. And I gotta believe, and I'm going to show you, Americans see this. This is a loser strategy. We're going to cover this at the 3 o'clock show. Something else we're going to cover at the 3 o'clock show tomorrow. Not to go too fast for you, but there's just a lot of stuff happening. I want you to hear what this young man had to say today.
It won't be long because Europe will be looking at us and will be looking at Trump. And by the way, I now see that when I talk about something with Donald Trump, whether we meet in person or we just have a call, all the European leaders always ask, how was it? This shows the influence of Donald Trump. And this has never happened before. With an American president, I tell you, from my experience, this also gives you confidence, that he can stop this war.
What? So you're telling me Trump is going to show up on January 20th, and shortly thereafter, the war is going to end? So what exactly did Obama and Biden and Kamala, you couldn't get this stopped? And you got people overseas already going, yeah, I think the party's over. I think we're done here. Trump's coming home. Daddy's coming home. He's pissed as hell. All these people in Europe, the other leaders, they're all seeing this and they're like, it's over. Done. Put the games away. Dad's home. Clean up the house. What a difference. We're going to talk about that tomorrow at 3 o'clock as well. It's simply amazing to me that Trump can simply show up. And he's been telling us for quite some time. He's been telling us, you know what? When I get in, I'm going to have this war stopped. I'm going to make sure this is done. Which means no more money to the little guy over there. And in fact, you may have to kick some back. Not to Trump. I mean, give us back our money. We'll see. So I'm going to talk about that at 3 o'clock. So we've got the certification at noon, and we've got the regular news show at 3 p.m. A lot going on. Before I tell you what's going on at 7 p.m., let me talk to a few of you and see how you guys have been. Meanwhile, billions of our dollars are down the drain to these people. Absolutely. The Dems are warmongers in it for money laundering. Yep, you can see it. The war is over because the money laundering is turned off. It's so revealing. You actually can see it at this time. The problem with, quote, sticking it to Trump is that they are sticking it to all of us as well, which makes it the complete loser strategy. Anybody with a brain can see they're trying to stick it to America. And when I show you the next story that we're going to be covering tomorrow, it'll take on a whole other meaning. What the wow? Here we go again. Yeah, exactly. I pledge allegiance to. Where'd that go? Oh, I'll cover that too. I pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to America. Kamala couldn't even get that right. They wanted to elect somebody who couldn't even recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Unbelievable. Love having all you people back. The bank is closed. No more money, honey. Barry, did you get your Medal of Freedom? No, I didn't get mine. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, too. All these people lined up giving out Medal of Freedom like it's candy. They gave George Soros a Medal of Freedom, a presidential award to George friggin' Soros. Spit in America's face. Why don't you just walk up and go, hop to her? Because that's what you're doing. Hey, Brenda, hi, you missed me? I missed y'all too. Couldn't wait to get back. When I say couldn't wait to get back, obviously I was spending time with the family, but I was chomping. I was watching the numbers. I'm like, hey, man, they need me. I got to get back in the game. I can't wait for this week. I think tomorrow's going to be a crap show. The libs are going to try everything they can to challenge our president's legitimacy, saying he's an insurrectionist and a felon and trumped up charges. I believe you're absolutely right. Mr. Barry, hope you have a great new year. Hope you have a great new year. I guess I'm going to have to show it because somebody's like, are you serious? She doesn't know the Pledge of Allegiance? Oh, I'm going to have to show it to you then. I'll include that in the 3 o'clock show. No, she flubbed the Pledge of Allegiance. Something we've been doing since we were in grade school. Sort of like riding a bike. She flubbed it. Finally, you're back. Yes, I am. Sore throat and all, but I'm kicking it. Let's see what else we got here. Only Joe would pull. I'm very so happy you got a rest. Yeah, thank you. Daddy is coming home. Watch your butts. Absolutely. Did you see how bad Hillary looks? Must be Ozempic. She looks 90. It wasn't her. It looked to me like it wasn't even her. Crazy. Absolutely crazy that was her. Welcome, Barry. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Like I said, it was cold up there. What's up with the National Guard? That's a good question. 2 other stories that I'm going to cover tomorrow at 3 o'clock is the rumor is that RFK Jr. has secured enough votes to be confirmed. In addition to RFK Jr., the rumor is Pete Hegseth has secured enough votes to be confirmed. I have not heard yet about Kash Patel. So Hegseth and RFK Jr. seem like they're going to be confirmed. Haven't heard about Tulsi Gabbard yet either. Now, I can't wait until the 2020 election truth ever comes out. Yeah, I hope so too. So let me talk to you about this. This is something else we're going to talk about this week on the 10th. As I was mentioning, where's my thing here? Bam. All right. So on the 10th, we're going to cover the sentencing with Judge Merchant. Breaking: Judge Merchant has ordered President Trump to appear for sentencing on January 10th, just 10 days before he's sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. The order allows President to appear virtually, doesn't have to go to New York, a signal that any possible sentencing will not physically interfere with President Trump performing his presidential duties. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg has argued for suspending the sentence, keeping the ruling pending during Trump's presidency. Total clown show, Charlie. I have to agree with you. So what that is, we're going to talk about this when we cover it on the 10th. is just a way for the next 3 weeks or however long the media to continue to call Trump a convicted felon. That's the only reason. That is the only reason. That is their only perceived benefit. That they can keep telling everybody that Trump is a convicted felon. The Dolphins lost tonight. Notre Dame won the other day. As I mentioned many times about football, you go back and you watch your game films. You do more of what worked. You do a lot less of what didn't work. The Democrats don't seem to have any other playbook. Why would you continue talking about January 6th, an insurrectionist, and convicted felon, and using all the old plays that didn't work on November 5th? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You got your butt handed to you, and that's all you're focused on, is making sure people continue to hear insurrection and they continue to hear convicted felon. They didn't learn from their mistakes, which is good, which is another reason why I say these people cannot win moving forward. And then we're going to talk about something else that happened, which I had told you guys for quite some time. Let me see if I can find it. I want you to take a look at this. We're going to dig into this tomorrow as well. To me, this is a big deal. Where is it? Hold on. I'm going to bring, okay, right here. All right, so I had posted this a couple days ago, and it was a poll done by MSNBC. And I went, this is how Trump won. I told y'all about this happening a year ago. The key over the next 4 years will be to maintain and grow this number. Following the direction and rantings of the MAGA Confederates, as I've labeled them, is a losing strategy. Trump absolutely knows this. He played it like a fiddle. He knew what he needed to do. In order for the Republicans / MAGA to continue to win, they need to continue to grow the tent. He was astute, or whoever he had working with him was astute to know we can't do it just with Republicans. It is not going to work. All the hardline Republicans, all the rhinos, are nothing but detractors from MAGA moving forward. This tent has to continue to grow. Each one of you, your jobs moving forward, and I'm sure Trump is going to address this on January 20th. Your jobs moving forward are to grow this tent. To basically come in here and say, we need that to continue to grow. Look at the numbers. Just look at that. How much that ended up growing between the Republicans and the Democrats. That's monstrous. So if we're going to continue to grow as a country, we have to grow a very big tent. Which includes, which some people don't like, because some people were calling for complete ban on all immigration. That ain't going to happen. I'm telling you right now, if that's what you were hoping for, Steve Bannon, that ain't going to happen. Nope, ain't how to win. At this point, we need to make sure gas prices are lower for everybody. We need to make sure that grocery prices are lower for everybody. We need to make sure that the newcomers need to go. All this stuff I'm going to cover at the 3 o'clock show tomorrow. So I hope you guys broaden your mind and begin understanding, especially with people like RFK Jr., and Tulsi Gabbard, and some of the other people that Trump is bringing in, that he's looking to grow things. Let me just emphasize something for you. He did the other day while we were gone. I want to show you something. Many of you may not even know this. Where is it? All right, I want to show you this. It is my great honor to announce that Tammy Bruce will be joining our incredible nominee, Marco Rubio, who is the Secretary of State, as a spokesperson for the Department of State. Tammy is a highly respected political analyst who understood the power and importance of MAGA early on. She received this, she received that. She's been on television. Notice what he doesn't say about Tammy Bruce. Notice, in case you guys didn't know her, this is Tammy Bruce. Notice what he didn't say about Tammy Bruce. Do you know what I'm going to say? Let me see if any of you guys know this. Don't see it. Don't see it. Let me just tell you. Tammy Bruce is gay. So, I know there's a bunch of people going, I get heads are snapping right now. But between Richard Grinnell and now he's bringing Tammy Bruce in, he's also sending a message. In case you didn't know, I'll be the first. You heard it here on Fanfare first. Tammy Bruce is a gay woman. He has brought her into the Trump MAGA administration. Now, if you're still with me, if you haven't jumped off, if you haven't hit unsubscribe, that underscores what I've been saying about growing the tent. The hardliners, they're going to freak out. You're done. If you're not part of the MAGA agenda and where Trump wants to take this thing, you're going to be on the outside looking in. You're going to be worried about what you can do 2 years from now. How can you stop these people from MAGA because they're not really conservative? Excuse me. But that's where we're headed. When Tammy Bruce will do a great job. Yep. Absolutely. He didn't mention it in the whole thing. Exactly. Wow, I didn't know Tammy Bruce was gay. It's not news. You're absolutely right. I'm getting out of that. Yeah. Tammy, I believe she has a husband. Gay or not gay, Tammy is an amazing human being. She is great. Absolutely. I've known that for years. I don't care. Tammy Bruce is a gold solid political journalist. Smart. That's great. Everybody, you guys see it. For those of you who knew, it's like, what's the big deal? Of course. Hey, we knew that. We knew about Tammy Bruce. She's great. You know. See, you know. There's a lot of people who don't know. There's a lot of people, as you've seen over the last couple of weeks, who are freaking out about stuff, who are going to be like, ooh, look at this as side-eye. My only reason for bringing it up, not news, I don't really care. My reason for bringing it up is get ready for the big tent. Get ready for a huge tent. Trump wants to make this something impenetrable that the Democrats can never recover from. And it's going to take all of us understanding, lock arms. Lock arms with people who you may not have locked arms with before, but understand you all have the same focus. Make America great again. Make America great again. I told you that over a year ago. I said, hey man, I'm black. I go into black barbershops. I understand. I talk to people. They ain't voting for Kamala. I told you. I talked to my Spanish friends. No, it ain't happening. So now when we get that many black people voting for Trump and that many Hispanic people voting for Trump, we cannot possibly turn the other way. We're going to be talking about that. Yeah, a big, magnificent, giant tent to make America great again. Absolutely. Michelle says God cares if she's gay. That's who. I ain't God. He didn't mention it. It's inconsequential. She obviously is awesome at what she does. I trust Trump. Absolutely. That's all I'm saying. You're probably seeing it in the chat here. There's some people who don't like it. They're going to need your counsel. They're going to need your counsel to say, listen, what they do in their bedroom is up to them. They're on board with making America great again. You got to choose your battles here. Let's make America great again. Let's win. Y'all know you want to win, right? We want to win. Keep your eye on the prize.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. All
right, so that's going to be talked about tomorrow. I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm not really talking about your religious beliefs. I'm talking about a political ideology of making this country great again. And it's going to be a big, as somebody said, a big, magnificent tent. And if you don't want to be under that tent with all the people who he's going to be attracting, then either you're going to have to make a decision. Because the train's leaving station. The train on January 20th is coming in, making that stop, and boom, it's gone. It's gone right after that. Now, tomorrow evening, I'm doing a show, which is probably one of the most uncomfortable shows I've ever done, which I obviously can't do on YouTube. So it's going to be on X and Rumble only. Not sure if you guys have seen what has happened. Elon Musk is really pushing it. And this will be at 7:30 tomorrow night. So we got 3 shows tomorrow. Well, I'll recap in a second, but we got 3 shows tomorrow. First day back, 3 shows. 7:30 tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it. Not sure if you saw this. I'm going to have to be very careful as I talk about it. There are 158 Democrats who voted against deporting Speedo wearers. 158 voted against deporting Speedos. Elon put this out. These awful people all need to be voted out, either in the primaries or a general election. They sully the Capitol building with their presence. If you have not seen this, you need to go through this list. These 158 Democrats all said newcomers who are Speedos shouldn't be deported. 158 of them. They're broken down by state here. You need to go check that out. A lot of news broke today over in the UK, and it's starting to reach a feverish pitch about all the stuff that's going on. Finally, it's starting to hit the media. The media, well, I should say, no, it's hitting X, and everybody is talking about it. In fact, we'll talk about this at 7:30. Nancy Mace, she got up on the floor, and she made, which I'll show tomorrow, a very impassioned speech. Remember, she's a victim herself. And she cannot fathom that 158 Democrats voted against deportation of newcomers, I'm being delicate here, who are Speedo wearers. For what possible reason would the Democrats want these people to remain in the United States? If you ponder that for a while, it's going to make you go, this ain't right. Something is really, really wrong here. 158 Democrats said, no, they don't have to leave. But they did this and did that. And you see what they're doing in Europe, and we don't want that here. I can't make it make sense to you. So tomorrow, I've got an interview that Ashley set up. She worked over the holidays as well, and she has an interview set up with Tim Ballard. Tim Ballard was the subject of the movie Sound of Freedom. Jim Caviezel played him in the movie Sound of Freedom. So at 7:30, we're going to do another banned by YouTube video, an interview on Rumble and X. We're going to talk about all this stuff. And then depending on how you guys react to it, we'll see if we should bring him back for a Q&A. But with Trump coming in and hopefully Kash Patel getting approved, I would think we're getting close to the end of that list being protected. We need to reveal a lot of different things. So I'm going to be talking to Tim Ballard about that. I'd love for you guys to tune in. That's at 7:30. It's crazy what had happened. No Republicans voted no, but 5 of them were sneaky. They just didn't show up, right? Yeah, they abstained from voting. 5 Republicans abstained. I'll get their names. Democrats have proven themselves to be the dregs of society. I still have not seen that movie. Deb, watch the movie before you watch the interview. And don't watch it alone, because you're going to be crying your eyes out. It's incredible. Let's just say that. The whole world has gone crazy. Birds about confusion and terrorism to get their way, is they don't care if we die or not. Yeah, I believe you there. I can barely read the stuff that he's posting. I don't know what do you mean? They make money if they go to prison, because many states own company that run prisons, and I don't know what the reason is, but it's really bad. Yeah, I saw that. New Orleans area assistant district attorney found dead of apparent suicide. I would go into the terrorism stuff, but I'll have to do that on Rumble on Tuesday. I can't do it here. Yeah, sad movie, tissues. Make sure you've got tissues. Let's see here. Saw the movie. It broke my heart. So you're gonna be hearing from the guy tomorrow who was actually a star. Well, Jim Caviezel was playing him. Jim Caviezel plays Tim Ballard in that movie. So we're going to talk about all this stuff going on and what the hell is happening and why is our government hiding all this stuff. I couldn't dare talk about it here on YouTube. They would absolutely lose it if I talked about it here on YouTube. I mean, there's no way. It's scary when you think about it. Let me take a second here and talk to you about the kids' Trump guide. So I gotta go through here. I have to take a minute to stop and address parents with something very important. As President Trump prepares for his second term, he said he wants to teach our kids to love our country, reversing radical anti-American rhetoric that our kids are learning or hearing in classrooms across the country, especially in Jersey. I'll talk to you about that in a second too. The best place for kids to start is to learn all about President Trump and his vision to make America great again during his second term. That's why Mike Huckabee's team put together the Kids Guide to President Trump's Victory Edition, and to celebrate President Trump's return to the White House, they're giving it away for free. This book is great because it features fun illustrations and content, teaching kids all about President Trump's accomplishments and his goal for the second term. Mike Huckabee wants to send your family this free guide so you can teach your kids the truth about President Trump and his mission to make America great again. But please hurry, because supplies are limited. You can claim your free Kids Guide to President Trump Victory Edition for your kids right now. See offer details and order your free guide at kidstrumpguide.com. That's kidstrumpguide.com. All right, so thank you for listening. I can't make heads or tails as to what the Democrats are doing and why they're basically hiding these people, keeping the rocks loose so they don't get caught when it gets turned over. Doesn't make any sense to me. So I can't even answer it. Let's see. Yes, Sound of Freedom is the name of the movie, and that Tim Ballard is the feature in the movie. Let's see what else we got here. Kathleen, she will not be on TV. Oh, I guess people are talking about Tammy Bruce. Yeah, gotta get over it, people. Gotta get over it. If you think you can't handle the truth, then hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. It's streaming on Amazon Prime. Jim, yeah, I did a show about it a long time ago when it first came out. And I sat there like a big lug, sitting next to Robin going, I'm not crying, you are. No, I've still got a cold or something. That's not me. I just have sniffles. It will break your heart. And so I'm going to ask him tomorrow, what the hell is going on? You guys saw the interview I did with Zach Apotheker, the border agent. And I want to know firsthand, where are these kids? Is it as bad as we seem to believe, or is it worse? Why is our government looking the other way or facilitating it? How long has it been going on? Who's making the money? I want to know all these questions that they won't even allow us to talk about. It's absolutely disgusting. It's scary. How many of these people have been involved with this stuff? Who are the masters of these 158 Democrats? Who's running the show? Who's telling them, don't vote for that. We want them here. The most vulnerable people in our country, you're saying these newcomers should remain. They should not be taken out. It just drives me crazy. It's worse, Barry. I can't even say that. Can't even say that. But you know, it's crazy. Jesus Christ is the way and the light. The movie is a G-rated version of what is actually happening to those children. Read the court transcript from Britain. I couldn't. Why haven't the Democrats done anything? That's what I'm going to ask Tim Ballard. Why is the government, if we all know there's 300,000 or 400,000 or 500,000 kids missing, why? Why have we allowed people to take kids? Who? Who are the powers that be that are running all this? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. What somebody asked me, asked Tim, what? Barry asked Tim, his relationship with the Haiti Foundation. Yeah, I'll ask that question. Satan is in their minds. He's taking the youth. But somebody has to be allowing it. And why are they allowing it? It's much worse than you think. Disney is involved as well. You know, I brought Ashley to Disney when she was a baby. People bring their kids to Disney all the time. Kids love Disney. And it breaks my heart because I used to work at Disney. Full disclosure. Not in the rides or anything like that. I worked on Pleasure Island back in the day. And I wonder, all the people who showed up here, do you understand what's going on? I couldn't take it. So anyway, I don't want to get too far into that, but tomorrow, 7:30. So this was supposed to be a short video. I'm going to talk to some of you guys. 12 o'clock. Tomorrow we're going to cover the vote certification. That's the first show. 3 p.m. we're going to do a regular news show and cover a bunch of stuff that's been happening. And then 7:30 we're going to do the interview with Tim Ballard. That's only going to be on Rumble and X. So I'd love for you guys to, as much as you can, join me. I'm coming back in a big way. We're going to be doing a bunch of new things. Ashley is really, really stepping up the interviews. I'm probably going to try and do as many of the interviews at 7:30 as I possibly can at the end of the day. Some of them live, some pre-recorded, just because of people's timing. So if you have any suggestions on people you'd like to see me interview, if I can get them on, go ahead and put it in the chat, and let's see if Ashley can go after her. Get her some work. Hold on. What would Walt Disney say? That's a good question. Man, you guys are harsh. Some of the things you say. Happy New Year. Disney's not the same anymore. I grew up on the early movies. Exactly. Everyone was told not to leave D.C. and they did anyway. That's okay. The Republicans better be there. Do you hear about the Georgia State? Yep. That was weird. That was really weird. And if you guys heard, yeah. A Georgia State judge decided he was going to walk into his his courtroom, and take himself out. Lots of crazy stuff. So yeah, if you got President Trump, I doubt we're going to be able to get President Trump. I'd love it, but I doubt we're going to get that. Ashley, I hope you're copying these names down. So, have you heard about Justin Trudeau's imminent resignation? Yes, I have. Ashley, you're awesome. Hollywood's been doing this since the 1920s. You know what was funny? As we were driving, you'll get a kick out of this. We're driving, and when I drive, I get to put the rock songs on, and when Robin's driving, she can put show tunes on. And in the course of 2 or 3 hours, I heard 3 songs. And these 3 songs made me go, were they giving us soft disclosure for quite some time? Those of you who are around my age remember Ray Davies and the Kinks. Remember the song Lola? L-O-L-A, Lola. Go back and listen to that song again. Boys will be boys and girls will be... Go listen to the lyrics of that song from, 1975 or so? I'm driving going, hey. They're letting us know something's funky going on in the music industry. And I didn't think twice about it. Okay, they're crazy, maybe in their drug-infused days, and I'm driving some more. And as I'm driving, next song comes, not next song, but a song a little while later, was Lou Reed. You guys may know Lou Reed. Take a walk on the wild side. Go back and read the lyrics of that song. And I'm like, wait a second. I remember singing that song in high school. The color girls say, do. But listen to the beginning of the words. When he shaved his head and he was a sheep. Whoa. And then, of course, the most recent one I can remember, Aerosmith. Dude looks like a lady. And I went, oh, they've been telling us all along. They have been telling us all along. And we didn't listen. We just thought they were funky songs. Something's rotten. Something is rotten in the entertainment industry. And people have been telling us and dropping lyrics, and I never even, I just, Lola, L-O-L-A, Lola. It sounded cute. Then I heard the song while I was driving. And then the same thing would Take a Walk on the Wild Side. And of course, Aerosmith. Y'all know that? Yeah. I remembered this song. Somebody said, you're just hearing it now. No, I knew the song. I just didn't focus on what they were saying. And it just jumped out the Sirius channel at me, and I'm like, hey, Robin, did you hear what he just said? And we're singing it. Hello. Oh. If you haven't, go back and read some of these songs. We've been getting this stuff for some time. All right, so somebody asked me about that. I had posted, let me see if I can find it. I had posted that a while ago. And I asked a couple of you if you had, let me go back to it. It's sad because I can't play these songs on the radio. But it's really interesting. I posted the video of Queensryche, Eyes of a Stranger. And in the video for Eyes of a Stranger, here was my tweet. It was on New Year's Eve night. And it was Operation Mindcrime happening right now. So those of you who aren't Queensryche fans, don't know why you're not Queensryche fans, because music is awesome. But Eyes of a Stranger is, I think it's the last song on, Operation Mindcrime. Operation Mindcrime is like a rock opera, and it goes through and it tells the tale of people who were mind screwed. And it was really interesting because the guy at the end, when he's looking in the mirror, he goes, I just don't recognize myself. I don't recognize who I am. And the guy who has got these people to the point was called Mr. X. And I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. It's just crazy. Mr. X. There was so much stuff going on while I was driving. Maybe I had too much medicine in me. I don't know. Somebody says, listen to All the Young Girls Love Alice. See, now y'all screwing me. All the younger, yeah. Listen to the lyrics of Beatles Revolution. Yeah, we can go on and on for here. I had responded to a post about Thunderstruck. Yeah, everyone's not as old as us, Barry. Oh, man, we're old. We're definitely old. That song by Alvin Lee in 10 Years After, you'd struggle to actually find the actual original recording. That's 10 Years After. I'd love to change the world. If you can find the original recording before they went in and stripped the words there, Again, maybe I should play him tomorrow because I don't think Rumble has a problem with it. But that's one that make you go, whoo, hey. There were some people seeing some really weird stuff in the entertainment business. Now we're hearing about it, you know? Yep. We're not old, we're just well versed. What does Speedo mean when referencing a person? Use your mind and think censorship. There you go. Steely Dan, Showbiz Kids. Yes, I loved Alvin Lee. Alvin Lee was basically run out of music. That song, it's a classic song, and you won't be able to see it. Iron Maiden, I love 10 Years After. 10 Years After, I mean, some of these people wrote these songs, and it just made me wonder. We got 7 inches of snow. Steely Dan, Peg. Yep. Can you post the lyrics? Tomorrow I can, not on this video. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know what we got planned and what's coming up. So to recap, thank you for showing back up. We're back. Thank you very much. Thanks for helping me tweak the algorithm. Say, hey, YouTube, I'm here, I'm alive. And then tomorrow we're going to assault the algorithm. We got a 12 o'clock show with the certification of the vote. Hopefully Kamala will provide some entertainment. She'll show up. She'll be drunk. She's going to have to, gavel him in. And then 3 o'clock, we're going to do a regular news show, a Trump briefing, as I've been calling them. And then at 7:30, a don't miss interview with Tim Ballard. So we're going to be hitting this. And then, of course, on the 10th, we got the court hearing. And then on the 19th, we got the rally in Washington. And, of course, 20th, we've got the inauguration. Strap in, man. We're ready. I'm going to start doing some vocal cord stuff and work to make sure I'm ready. But I'm back. I'm glad you guys are back. Thanks for tuning in tonight on a short show. And we're going to hit it hard starting tomorrow. And I appreciate you. Oh, and we'll give away hoodies tomorrow during the Tim Ballard interview. Oh, okay, wait. Somebody says, I have the original 10 Years After. I love to change the world. Let the people know what that song says. All around us are somebody and somebody, he says. Yeah, great song. Great song. He can't even play it, and he can't even play it anymore. All right, talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for this quick update. 3 shows tomorrow. So I'm going to take my NyQuil. I'm going to take some Listerine and gargle. And we're all going to be ready for 3 big shows tomorrow. Let's break it. Let's kick some butt. Come on back. First thing, 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Wait. Don't go. Had to cut the outro. Sorry. I forgot to address the super chats. It's been so long, I forgot the routine. Let me go ahead and, before you guys all go, I didn't even know if there would be any super chats tonight, so that's my fault. Mary Kellums, thank you very much. Tommy Ratcliffe, Hotel California. Stab them with the steely knives, but they just can't. Yeah, I got you. Paula Guerri, very happy that you're back, Barry. Thank you. I'm happy to be back. Joe Cog, sacrificial lambs, Diddy, Epstein, there are many more protected. I believe that too. Mama Mima, Dems simply refuse to vote for anything DJT wants. They're going to have to. I continue to remind people that Trump has read the book The Art of War several times. Yeah, it's a great book. Tommy Radcliffe, once again. We are all sinners. Let Christ deal with Tammy so and let her do a new job. Again, trust our POTUS. Trust Christ over all things. Great way to say it the right way. Scott Salyer, thank you very much. Diane Torian, I'm so happy you're back. You're my entertainment. Thank you, Barry, for telling the truth every day. Thank you for tuning in. Sandra J.G. Thompson, hi. Making America great again means it'll be great for all Americans. Absolutely. Tina, thank you. You were missed. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I had to break that up because I was like, oh, and SB goes, hey, you forgot Super Chats. Dolores Renteria, you're telling the truth. Thank you. Michael Clark, Mesa Mike. Hey, Barry, welcome back. Did you see the Sean Ryan and Sam Shoemate podcast regarding the Cybertruck incident? Very interesting, your thoughts. Let me stop there. Some people are probably going to miss this because I jumped into the outro. I got a text from a buddy who I've mentioned before who's up in Central Florida, and he's a sheriff, deputy sheriff. And he said, I wonder if I should read it. Because he is saying, and he is telling me, and he's telling other people. Hold on, let me find this. Okay. Buckle up. You know part of the plot with Iran during the campaign time. Then he said, we haven't even got to the imported incidents, meaning the newcomers. I'm staying away, and we've been advised to stay away from any large gatherings, especially the well-advised and the annual events. So if a sheriff up in, I think it's Orange County, 20-year veteran, has been told stay away from events, just saying. And the stuff that Sam Shoemate said, it'll rock your head. I'll see if I can cover as much as I can about that before they don't let me anymore. It's crazy. Ashley, maybe you want to get a hold of Sam Shoemate. Trump was only charged by the House, never convicted by the Senate. Not an insurrectionist, just not. Yep, he's not. But they'll keep doing it. Dolores Renteria, thank you very much. Stephen Anderson. Let the fight begin. Glad you're back in the seat. Thank you very much for coming back. And Johanna Caberline, as far as Biden and Harris go, no matter how hard you try, you just can't polish a turd. So true. These people are the worst. And we're going to go into a lot of that tomorrow. Let me got a couple more here. Paula Waldrop, thank you very much. And I believe we're good. So let me finish the outro and see you guys tomorrow at noon. Noon tomorrow. Talk to you soon.